Today I want to talk about the aftermath of narcissistic abuse. What happens to you when you go no contact and you walk away from the person that you have loved for possibly many, many years, and you're alone? You've probably lost friends, maybe even some family members, and this is no ordinary breakup. What is going on in your mind? What's going on in your heart? And how do you cope with that? What do you do to combat the loneliness and the alone time that you find yourself stuck in after narcissistic abuse? Let's talk about that today. My name is Amy, and this is Narcaway. My mission is to educate, support, and encourage victims and survivors of narcissistic abuse. So you've made the decision to leave a narcissist. Congratulations. Your life is going to get better. You're going to be happier. You're going to get your freedom back. You're going to return to your old self, because while you were with a narcissist, you changed because you have to. Narcissists are so controlling of you that you actually have no choice, and you don't do it consciously. You don't even really know it's happening until it's already happened. But your personality and your behaviors change and adapt to the narcissist's needs. Narcissists are very needy people. They need 100% of your attention and energy. And for any healthy relationship, that just doesn't work. Everybody needs to have their own lives, their own hobbies. They have to work, they have to take care of children, they have to do things for them. They need their own time to put their energy into what they want, not into somebody else. And this is why narcissistic relationships are often very codependent. Somebody who was very independent before they got into a narcissist relationship finds themselves as a codependent when they leave. And this is your adaptation to pleasing the narcissist. The only thing that makes the narcissist happy is your energy and attention, whether it's positive or negative. And so they are constantly extracting that from you. And that is exhausting. What happens when you go from catering to a narcissist, spending 100% of your time and energy on one single person, to all of a sudden having all of this free time? It's actually very overwhelming. You are bonded to the narcissist, and your brain has been tricked into believing that you actually love and enjoy all of this time and energy you put into the narcissist. So when you stop doing that by going no contact, you actually go into a sort of withdrawal, because you don't know what to do with that time. All of a sudden, where you would be texting or answering calls or emailing or researching projects for the narcissist or being accountable for every action, making a mental note. What did I do between breakfast and lunch? What did I do between lunch and dinner? What did I do this evening? Because you're going to have to relay that information back to the narcissist. And so you don't even realize you're doing this. You're doing this unconsciously, and you're keeping tabs on every single minute of your day just so you can account back when the narcissist asks what you did. Because we all know, heaven forbid, you lose 1 hour of your day and all of a sudden you are now cheating or having an affair or doing something nefarious behind the narcissist's back. When you are able to free up that mental time, what is your brain doing? Well, in the beginning stages, it is focused still on the narcissist. What is the narcissist doing? Who are they with? Are they thinking about me? Are they going to call me? Should I move on? Should I not move on so I don't screw this up, just in case the narcissist does hoover me and does come back and I do want to take them back? This is very exhausting. So in the beginning stages, you're going to be consumed with these kind of thoughts. You're not going to really be moving on, going out, making new friends, reconnecting with old friends yet. You're going to be pretty occupied. But as time goes on, and I'm going to say a couple of months, a few months down the road, when you have established true no contact and you have committed and made that decision that it is over, you are not allowing yourself to be hoovered. You are not going back to the narcissist, and you are done with that relationship for good. That's when things shift a little bit. Things get a little bit different because you've gone through the heavy part of the grieving stage. And I'm not saying the grieving stage is over, but the heavy, hard part where you're consumed 24/7 is easing up. And the further you get away from that, the more free time you're going to have. And I'm talking both mentally and physically. You're not spending all your time with the narcissist. The narcissist is very demanding of your physical energy as well. You are often expected to be with them if you work days, for example, all evenings and all weekends. You're expected to cook for them, to clean for them, to sex them up, and to just give them your all. You're essentially a slave. Once you free yourself from the narcissist, you're going to have a lot more alone time. And you're not going to know what to do with that alone time. It's possible you've lost friends. You can lose a couple of friends. You can lose a lot of friends. Maybe a certain social group or a hobby you had. Maybe you were on a team that you had to leave that team. Maybe there were certain outings that you did regularly with a certain group of people that you've had to step back from. Maybe just your regular weekend routine has been disrupted and you can no longer do that. So what do you do with that time? It can be very scary when you find yourself alone. You find yourself alone physically just because you're not actually going out and partaking in activities you used to. You find yourself alone mentally because you're not getting calls and texts and thinking about the narcissist 24/7. So this is all very normal. This is part of the process, and it can be very scary. So I wanted to make this video to let you know that that's normal, and what you have to do is embrace it. It's hard. I'm not going to say it's easy at first, but there comes a point where it becomes so wonderful and you can appreciate having this time back. It doesn't happen instantly. You'll have to go through some phases of FOMO. For those of you who don't know what FOMO is, it's fear of missing out, wondering what your old friends are doing, wondering what your ex is doing. You'll have to go through a period of dealing with that and getting through that and fighting the urge to call or text or stalk on social media. That's the biggest one. Block all of those people so you're not seeing anything come up. Delete your memories from Facebook and Instagram. Just do it, because once it's gone, you don't think about it anymore, and it's so much easier to move on. Trust me on this 100%. I can't tell you how many people I deleted after leaving my narcissist. It was hundreds of people. Just even if they had a third degree of connection to my ex, I didn't want to see anything. And it helped expedite the moving on process. So you get to a point where you really enjoy your alone time. It frees you up to do what you want, what you really want, because you've convinced yourself that what you want is what the narcissist wants. And it's going to take some time, probably a couple of years, maybe even, to really get that back. To really remember who you were and what you liked doing. I didn't like doing that. I like doing this. Guess what? You can do this again and you never have to do that again. Sit at home alone. There is so much to be said about staying home alone. Pick up a good book, put on a TV show, listen to a podcast, meditate, do nothing, clean your house, do some spring cleaning. Be alone. It is wonderful once you get past the part where it's scary. Once you get past the FOMO and the scariness of being alone, it is wonderful. Sleep in. Take a day to sleep. Don't cook for a whole day. Don't do the dishes. Or maybe you want to do the opposite. Cook all day. Don't do anything but cook and clean. Whatever you want. This is the point. Whatever you want to do, you can do without having to explain to anyone why you're doing what you're doing. You're doing it because it makes you feel happy. Go on a hike, get some exercise, get some fresh air. Sit in your backyard. Don't move for 14 hours. Whatever you want, whatever floats your boat. This is your time. You can start thinking about dating when you're ready. I wouldn't do that too soon because that can end up in a bad place. If you're very vulnerable and you're not really emotionally ready to engage with somebody on a romantic level, then don't do that too soon because that can end up in disaster and you can actually get more hurt. But when you are ready, go for it. Date. Go meet new people. And you know what my advice is here? Don't be looking for Mr. or Mrs. Right. Don't be looking for the one. Just go make friends. Go have coffee with somebody. If the chemistry is there and it clicks, wonderful. And if it's not, nothing lost. You filled up some of your time because you can, because this is your free time to do what you want now. And when you learn to embrace that and you allow yourself to not feel guilt for that, it is beautiful. Now, the reason I say that this takes time to get to this point is truly you have to detox yourself from the narcissist. And depending on how long you were with the narcissist, which a lot of the time is a long amount of time because we get so stuck in these relationships and they are so hard to get out of. It does take many months, and when I say many months, I'm really running into years here. I don't like to say years, but let's say, months and months and months and months. There's only 12 months in a year, so it can take 20 or 30 months to really get that narcissist out of your system, to be able to truly leave them in the past and move on with your life and do what makes you happy. I just wanted to leave this video as encouragement for you and for anybody, because I know when I left my narcissist, I was very alone. I lost the man I had been with for 10 years. I lost our entire circle of friends. And within just a couple of months, I lost my best friend of 28 years. I lost everyone close to me. I lost my whole routine for 10 years. Everything I did the same with the same people came to an abrupt halt. And it was hard. It was very hard at first. It was the hardest thing I actually went through in the breakup. It was harder than leaving the narcissist, was losing my friends. And it took a long time to understand who I was and how to be alone again. And I'm happy to say I got there, and I'm ecstatic at who I am. I love myself, and I'm happy to spend time with myself doing whatever I want. And I've been able to make new friends. I've been able to reconnect with old friends. I've been able to date. I've been able to do it all. And it feels so good to have that freedom back. It's the freedom of being alone, not tying yourself down to somebody else. That's why another reason I say don't rush into dating, because why do you want to tie yourself to somebody else? Be free. Be able to pack a suitcase and go away for 2 weeks and not have to be accountable to anyone except for yourself. That's the only person you should ever be accountable for. Make sure you're living by strong morals and ethics, and you are a good, kind, loving person, and the rest is going to come to you. Don't seek out those people you left behind you. That life is over. The narcissist and the flying monkeys are in the past. That's a chapter that you've closed. Open a new chapter, and it starts with you. You and you. You have a date with you. So I hope this gives you some motivation. I love you all so much. Please, if you don't already subscribe to Narcaway. You can also follow me on Instagram. And if you have any topic suggestions you'd like to discuss, put them down in the comments. Let me know what you think of this video. Let me know how you've embraced your alone time, and share what you would like to see discussed in the next video. Okay guys, I love you all. I'll see you in the next one.